Hello everyone. Firstly, apologise for the pigeon that's making a noise outside my window. It's decided to make a nest, and I've got my window open. Anyway, so a lot of people have been asking if Second Empire is going to get a conclusion, and I've been thinking about it. And to be honest, I was overwhelmed by the amount of positive comments and support I got. And there was a couple of other people that messaged me privately that really started to make me think that I shouldn't be so hasty in giving up on the project. But that still doesn't change the fact that I don't have a lot of time. I won't harp on about that. So I wanted to show you the state of episode 14. It is all there, nearly 14 minutes long without titles and credits. The main issue with this episode and the episodes going forward is Davros. As you can see here, the Emperor is all nicely animated. His lights are flashing. Davros has some animation on it. Those pumps are pre-animated so that they will always keep going because he is always alive. Now if I go over to Cinema 4D, I have to turn my emails off because that'd be annoying. So this is the Davros model. Very, very nice model. And as you see, I've attempted to rig him, but there are issues. Like, his eye doesn't follow I'm pointing to the screen like you can see the balls on there, so I need to figure out how to do that. But Davros in this story is a lot worse off than the Davros from the official TV series. He is essentially a mannequin because he is so old, and the Daleks. I always thought that Davros in the TV show was a little bit too animated for someone who is meant to be badly mutated. Yes, it was a brilliant performance by all the actors, but that's something that always bugged me. And as you can see, this Davros's head is actually physically connected to the back brace. Now this is on a ball joint, but that would not allow for a great degree of movement. And my thinking is, and this is going to be a bit of like, oh, he's just explaining it so he doesn't have to animate him. Yes, but it's a good explanation, I think. Davros is, I was thinking of people like Stephen Hawking. No, I'm not saying Stephen Hawking is anything like Davros. He's not evil. But I'm thinking of his condition, where he couldn't move, but he could still talk through his computer. Now, this is a sci-fi character, so he's not going to be pressing buttons to speak. He has a speaker here. Now, so when he speaks, when he wants to speak, instead of the voice coming out of his mouth, the voice comes out of his speaker. He can still move his arm to move his chair and flip all these switches, but we never really see him do that. So I can animate his arm ever so slightly, but the focus will be on him as a person in the shot. In terms of his mouth, it's not going to be entirely static. Mechmaster created a couple of heads to show him talking, and he did rig them to this espresso control, and I've animated it slightly, so you can do that. So that's me flicking it through back and forth, so it kind of does look like he's talking. I can sync it to my voice. It kind of looks like a Jerry Anderson puppet, but and so what I was thinking was having him do that as if though he can't speak, like his vocal cords are completely destroyed. He's got like a speech modulator in his throat. His mouth is still trying to make the words, so he can't disconnect himself from the physical act of trying to speak. His eyes will not. The nerves in your face are pretty delicate, so I'm guessing they'd be pretty much destroyed. And he's got pretty much no use of his eye because that's completely dead. That one's always completely closed, so he's got his electronic eye. So that's my thinking on Davros. He still has some work to do, and I'm hopefully going to get that completed today. But I just want to get your guys' opinion on, would it be completely distracting to have an almost static humanoid character? I mean, if he was a full humanoid as in walking around, I'd never attempt that because that would just look ridiculous. You might as well have him in T-pose in the shot. That means basically that's how all 3D characters are created. That's another thing. That's something that's quite tricky as well, because this is a posed character. Getting the bones in the right position is a little tricky, because normally his arm would be outstretched, so you could get it in the right position, especially the hand, because that's already flexed. So yeah, so that's Davros. And as I said, episode 14 is pretty much all there. The only other thing, I mean, I did actually complete a couple of shots, as I said before I made that video. It's shots like that kind of really would look weird. So you've got the Third Army Daleks. I mean, the mechanoids are easy enough to animate. It's this guy here as well, the Jello creature. I mean, I could put some morph stuff on him because he's meant to be very gelatinous as well. So I don't think that he's only in 2 shots. And then Dolphus has got his new travel machine. Yeah. So let me know your opinions on that. It would mean that the series would continue in a fashion. So as you can see, episode 14 is not the only episode here. You've got episode 15, which is at 4 minutes. Episode 18, which is at 1 minute. A couple of other videos I'm working. I'm not sure if I'll ever finish that Dalek kit video. Remembrance, what was? Oh, that was when I was trying to do some recreations of Remembrance. Did I ever? Yeah, I did. Really, really badly. Anyway, yeah, we've got episode 20, which is about 30 seconds, episode 21, episode 26, 25. Basically, I was starting to go through the episode and animating the bits that didn't have any talking or were like single characters that were super easy, just as a kind of like, what you call it, a morale boost. And yeah, those episodes don't have anything in them at all. Okay, another thing that was suggested actually was that I cut down what's in the comic. Cut down stuff that appears in the comic and don't have that appearing in the series. Kind of like Lord of the Rings people did, where they only have the very bare basics. I mean, obviously the battle would still exist, maybe in a reduced format. I don't know. I'm eager to hear your guys' opinion. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. And in the meantime, I have a few days off work now. I'm actually going to Comic-Con in a few days, but I'm going to see if I can get some stuff done. It is a nice day, but that's the joy of an animator, looking outside at the sun. Yeah, so let me know what you think, and I will act on the decision of the majority.